But my question to you is, how would you know what to recommend? How do you know that your information that you're going to provide to this guy is going to be the best information that he possibly needs? Would you consult social media experts who have done it before? Would you talk to somebody?
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
because it's all well and good, but you can say, well, what do you know? You're not in the social media agency. Where's your results?
You're right. You're absolutely good. But we're not marketing social media here. We're running a business. Let's burn the boats.
Charlie, how are you feeling right now? I'm vlogging.
Pretty relaxed, to be honest, man. Knowing what's ahead, the hours. This is just a game of energy preservation.
Yep.
And like flights can take a lot out of you. We're expecting a little bit of jet lag, but just have a good time, man. We just live here present, you know.
Awesome.
Just relax. Hopefully make a few friends. Alright, sir. Good.
Hi, welcome aboard. Can I have a seat? Quickly, sir.
Yep.
Welcome. Hi, welcome aboard.
Hiya.
Hi, welcome aboard. Can I have the seats? Yes, sir. Can I help you with the seats? This way, please.
Oh, yeah.
This way. Thank you.
Ooh, they got some nice music playing here. R53B. Yeah.
I'm headphones.
Charlie's got braids. Ish. Clean.
Yeah. Well, they were.
They were.
Nothing on roofs work. Nothing on roof.
Hey.
Amy ain't got nothing on roof, yeah?
What's this? Flight attendant.
About like 4. I leave those hours open for me to be dealing with basically anyone that's in the UK that's working with us. Keep them engaged. Bear in mind, like most of our money right now is coming from consultancy, and I'll start to use this terminology because, you know, collectively, we're all collectively putting our minds to it. All the language should be our, we. You know, what are we making?
Yep.
What does our money look like? Because if we can find the way for the business to fund everything that we need to in the travel.
Yeah. We don't even need to worry about it. We can just continuously just keep on doing this.
Share everything that we need. You know, like I said, watch each other's backs, making sure that our energy is effective and efficient. But to be honest, if we've been able to do so much in the UK, this is going to be. I say this now. Insert clip where it's like, oh my god, it's so hard out here. It's so much harder.
Yeah, insert clip there. I like that.
We want to find a parameter for how long the videos are maximum. So people are tuning in every week. Right, bear in mind, we want a weekly episode to be chopped up for posts to be coming out 2 or 3 times a day on certain platforms for marketing. But it's taken from our original content. So short form content creators will chop the pieces up for us, and we'll release this on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and any other places like Instagram Reels, wherever it is, and we'll market, right? Network. But really the videos are set up in a structure where it's 15 minutes, right?
just reached in China right now, and basically we're getting on this bus here. But you can really feel the humidity in the air. So we're just getting on the bus.
Your attention, please. Please do not smoke in the terminal building. Smoking is only permitted in the specified smoking areas. Thank you.
The amount of confused faces.
Is closing doors in 100 minutes. Ticket equipped passengers must be on board at this time at 18:49. Attention on the concourse. United Flight 1017 to Calgary is at a time of boarding on board.
Please watch your luggages. Hold the handrail. Mind your step.
That was horrendous, right? This is about being real. That was fucking horrendous. Basically, if we had paid an extra £300, £400, maybe not even that, what we would have avoided was this weird feeling of China. And I'm sorry to tell you, people of China, but you live up to your reputation of this chaotic need to know everything, how big my dick is, before I even step foot into your airport. And I'm not even coming in. I'm going to Vietnam. So it was overwhelming, I won't lie. It was fucking overwhelming because you don't speak the language, for one. Fair enough. All right, I'll use the internet to translate. Oh, the Wi-Fi doesn't connect to anything. Okay, I'll speak to the other people around. Though they also don't have a clue. They're all figuring it out at the same time. So it's chaotic airport. This is just going to be a blur in the whole story of things.
Yeah.
But this stuff never gets seen, man. This real emotion, this fucking around. I genuinely feel like people don't understand like the spectrum of trauma, how it happens. You can get severe trauma, or you can get very subtle kind of chronic trauma that you get used to. That's trauma. If you do it the way that we did it, and you decide to stop off at China to get a transfer to your final destination in Vietnam, for example, it starts even before that. So we arrive at the airport. Part of this is obviously we could have been more organised somewhat. But we arrive, go to check in for Vietnam. First challenge we hit is, how long are you staying for? Well, we're getting a one-way flight, bro. Like, we're going to get a visa when we're over there. Just see what happens, man. Yeah, you need to show us proof, essentially, that you're leaving within the period because you haven't got a visa yet. What's the period? 2 weeks. So we needed to go back, buy a coach ticket from Hanoi, Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh. I might have even done it somewhere different now. Can't remember where it actually was. But we needed to buy a coach ticket as proof that we were leaving Vietnam. And we had to buy a coach ticket so we could prove that we're only in Vietnam for the period that we're allowed until we get a visa. Now we can land in Vietnam, get a visa whilst we're there, and have no problems. But we couldn't even get on board the flight, we couldn't get through unless we got a coach ticket. So, problem number one, coach ticket. Then, really, pretty much a standard procedure of any airport. We're obviously in Heathrow, we're used to it, we speak the language like with everyone. But the airline were a bit funny, like we're sat there like trying to understand what's going on. They go and bring us over like a Sainsbury's bag of Japanese or Chinese snacks or whatever it is, right? All this weird food. So, no Wi-Fi that we could connect to on the plane. And before we got on the plane, there was a big Wi-Fi sign. And Just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So yeah, the flight was a bit of a ball ache, but yeah, it starts to get super real. It starts to get super real when we actually land in here in China. So we're expecting to go straight through somewhere because we're transferring to Vietnam. But they want us to have this QR code. And I'm not injected. I've never stuck shit inside my body for someone else's agenda, for someone else's fear. I mean, it's a conversation in itself, but I would not go near a pinprick. And in this case, it wasn't even about that. It was actually just data collection. It really was data collection. And in this case, we had to, again, connect to a Wi-Fi, scan a QR code, be in the hustle and bustle of everyone trying to figure this out. I mean, this is chaos at this time. Everyone's trying to figure it out. And you're going through the procedure to fill in all the information. Bear in mind it's in Chinese, it's hard to read. You maybe get like 50% of the way through and it starts asking you questions that aren't even relevant for us anyway. Who do you know that's in China? Where's their address? What's their number? It starts asking you all this crazy level of personal detail. So it took us about an hour to get to that. So finally, took a picture of it, memorabilia. Finally, it's like, all right, I've got my QR code. By the time I actually got this QR code, no one's even stood there going, QR code. No one's doing that shit. So we got through anyway. I go to scan this on the machine. Dubs gets through all right. Ash gets through all right. I got told 7 times by this woman, started getting pissed off at me. Wrong information, go back and see airport staff. For me to go through and spend another 45 minutes to try and do this. Fortunately for me, a saving grace, there's normally always one. There was a beautiful little China woman, decided to help me, very sweet of her. And she couldn't figure it out on my phone, so she actually went through the whole process, inputted all my details on her phone, then I took a picture of that, got through. That was about an hour and a half. Bear in mind there's not a load of queues either. Then we get to another security check-in. Security check-in wants to undo all our bags. Bear in mind we are somewhat travelling light in bags, but in the bags it's compact full of loads of little bits. Memory cards, battery packs, cameras, tripods, charger packs. We're working, so we're moving on the road. And everything's coming out of these bags. That needs to come out of that bag, that needs to come out of that bag. And in those situations, that's where you lose stuff. So I'm being very vigilant of all of our stuff. Everything's going through. And anyway, another 20 minutes later we're through. It ends up being about 2 hours for us to get through something that should have really taken no longer than 15 minutes. And I won't be able to justify it by describing it, but what I can say is there was a feeling about it. This doesn't feel right. This feels... If I say... I'd probably be careful of what I say right now, but fuck it. China has a reputation. There's a strong reputation of how they deal with their population, how it runs, the surveillance, the level of technology they use, the data they collect, the way that they basically have their entire population civilization as chess pieces. Most civilizations. But in this case it's very prominent and I can definitely feel that. So right now, I'm just trying to lay low, not let anyone else come up to me, get on this fucking flight to Vietnam, get in that Airbnb, and then actually start to fucking work. Because right now, this is just a ginormous learning curve, and I'm grateful for it in the long run. Gratitude. Frustration's there, a bit annoying, but what are you going to do? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Ash is left, so I'll switch you off.
The Creator doesn't give us what we ask for directly. The Creator gives us the opportunity to work for it. Goodbye, China! The tools to attain it. The people to teach us. Those to guide us.
should be the last check. Step. Something already felt different about Vietnam. Something already.
Greater walks through those who allow it than those who receive it. Charlie's doing what he feels he's called to do. Through the signals given to him from life.
Vietnam!
Nice to meet you.
The only thing that really matters right now is now. And even though we haven't had much sleep, we've been looked after like royalty and kings. We enter into the first evening as night falls in Vietnam, as the energy moves up and down the veins and the vascular system of what Vietnam really offers. And we're back at our favourite place here, where we can enjoy drinks and many other kind of experiences with our friends that we're doing business with. A lot of this is about containment. Secrets won't be revealed. Let's keep it moving. But that doesn't mean I don't understand business. Wisdom culture is very young. My business knowledge is very old. I've been doing business for 16 years, right? Wisdom culture is fresh. That's why you don't know about it yet.
Right.